I'm Bonnie Marcotte. I'm 27, and I'm an ex-Mormon. I did not want to be a part of an organization that I felt was sponsoring hate. My parents converted to the Mormon Church when my mother was pregnant with me. I was baptized at the age of 8 by my father, and I loved it. I loved being a member of the church. I followed all of the rules, and I went to church every Sunday and Wednesday. You know, it wasn't an issue, especially when I was a teenager, not to drink, not to smoke, not to use drugs. I never thought that I was weird or different for being Mormon. The official name of the Mormon Church is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It is a Christian church. They believe that Joseph Smith received a vision telling him that none of the churches that were presently on the earth at the time were correct, and that he was to begin the true and living church of God on the earth. The first thing out of someone's mouth when they find out that you're Mormon is they ask how many wives your dad has, or if you will be married into a plural marriage. There are sects of the Mormon church, or breakaway churches, I guess. They do still practice polygamy. There are a lot of rules in the Mormon church. No coffee, no tea, no alcohol, no tobacco, no drugs. The Mormon church does teach that it's not just intercourse that you're not supposed to engage in. You're not supposed to perform sex acts on another person or yourself before marriage. There is something that I keep hearing about where a boy will lie on top of a girl but not move, saying that because there's no movement involved, that it is not intercourse. So I think that there is probably a lot of premarital sex happening in the Mormon community, and I think that there's probably a lot of guilt associated with that. The story of its founding is ridiculous. I can't believe that I believed in it, but I also look at it as if one can accept the story of Jesus being born of a virgin mother and living a life performing miracles and then dying in order to save the world, if you can believe in that and base your life around that, why is the story of Joseph Smith so ridiculous? In the summer of 2008, I had been a camp counselor for a Mormon camp, and the third summer that I did it, I was preparing for the camp, and I started to think about if I myself had ever stopped and thought about if I believed, and I realized that I had not. I was in an art history class one day, and we were studying a painting. I realized that what she was describing was the story of Abraham and Isaac, but it was a Greek mythology painting, and it kind of something kind of clicked in my head that it was all the same. If it's all the same, why am I devoting my life to this religion that claims to be the one true religion? It was confusing, and it was really, really difficult. The absolute kind of final straw was during the Proposition 8 ordeal in California. We had someone come in to church one Sunday and essentially tell us that we had to support Proposition 8. I thought that it was hateful. I did not want to be a part of an organization that I felt was sponsoring hate. That was kind of the absolute end for me. So looking back on it now, I feel bad for that, you know, that girl at 22, 23 who was just alone for a little while, who couldn't talk to anyone, who didn't know what she was doing. And